Hey, teacups. Welcome to another live episode of Tea with Teash podcast. Of course, I'm your darling host, Teash. Today, we have my big sister sliding through yet again. So appreciative. Miss Christina Johnson. She's an author. She is also the co-founder of Design My Investment. And she's also a certified master life coach. So today she's going to give us some tips on how to get our lives in order and how to really replenish your mental, your physical, and things like that, because she has been working on this journey of her own for quite a while. So get in here if you must. And if you have to watch this episode later, please make sure that you share. And I really want a lot of us to indulge and take heed to all of the information that's going to be given in today's talk. So once I see Christina on the screen, we will go ahead and grab her and get started. I hope your Saturday is definitely amazing because mine is starting out okay. If you have any tea to share, make sure that you do so. We always love good news, positive news, and we like to be on literal clouds over here. So just make sure that you keep it positive in the comments, and let's go. I don't know what you guys' plans are today, but my plan is to really just chill out, relax, and kind of get myself in order because I've been feeling a lot of tension, a lot of frustration, and a lot of grief lately. So I'm definitely going to be taking it light and breezy today. And so I do see Sis on the screen, and we're going to go ahead and grab her and get started. I hope that you guys enjoy. Hello, beautiful lady.
Hi, gorgeous. How are you?
I am so good, baby. When I tell you, you get them together every time, every picture, every live.
Ah,
I can't handle it personally. So
thank you, honey. How are you? It's good to
I'm
see you,
good. I'm so
beautiful.
good.
I'm gonna put my reading glasses on because what?
Okay. Cause this bifocal
Ooh,
gotta be on for me. So
girl, it feels so much better, so much clearer. How are you,
okay.
beautiful?
Yes, ma'am. So first and foremost, I want to tell you how well you did at New York Fashion Week. Do you hear what I'm saying?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So what are we doing with it? Are we pursuing modeling now? What are we doing?
Girl, now that was actually a dream of mine when I was a young girl. It was
Mm,
something that I wanted to do for years.
yeah.
And so I would daydream about it, and I started doing it locally in my hometown. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. And
Okay.
so I started doing it locally a lot when I was 18 and in my early 20s. And
Yeah.
then I just kind of, you grow up, you have responsibilities because I gave birth to kids early and I just started living. And then
Yeah.
Avna Long, who is an amazing designer, she's been featured in Vogue and um, all these amazing magazines, and she's designed for some amazing who's who, had called me on the phone and asked me would I walk for her.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you serious? In New York Fashion Week? Yes, ma'am. That's like a childhood dream of mine. So I ended up flying to New York. She flew me to New York, and I was able to take my daughters with me, which was amazing to share that
Yeah.
experience with my girls so that they could see that it's never too late. Like your dreams can come true no matter what the age, or what you're doing. Like these beautiful surprises just pop up in life. And so I went
Absolutely.
to New York Fashion Week and had a blast. I had
And you
so
were
much
so
fun.
cute.
Thank you. Thank
When
you
I say I
so
was
much.
hopping in the comments, I was sharing. I was like, look at my sis. She's killing it. And you did it so
Uh,
flawlessly.
oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I enjoyed myself. I really, really did.
Well, I'm glad,
Um,
honey.
I did. So it was fun. I had a good time.
That's good. Lovely experience. So you're
Yes,
currently on a 120-day fast,
I
pretty
am.
much just to shed your old self in order to create a newer, more replenished version. What does that consist of? Because of course, I've been looking at every post, but a lot of people may not know what that journey is like for you.
Yes. Well, the 120 is such a huge, um, it's a huge thing for me because one, I'm working on my second book. which
Yeah.
I already had started my second book, and it was about fasting and healing the body, because that's one of the things that I've done since I was young.
Yeah.
In my early 20s, I used to fast every season. So when summer would come around, fall would come around, winter would come around, I would do some type of fast. The
Okay.
longest I had fasted in my 20s was 20, I want to say 21 days. Then I
Okay.
had done, I started doing water fast for 2 weeks at a time. And then I ended up doing 25 days on, what was it called? The Master Cleanse. So
Okay.
it went from that to me starting to do a 40-day, 40 night water fast. So all I drank was water for 40 days and 40 nights. I've done that twice. Um, it's always a spiritual journey for me. It's my way of getting closer to the Most High, because if it's anybody out there who's fasted, they know that when you are developing a relationship with the Most High and you fast, you're
Mm-hmm.
able to channel him. Like, you can hear clearly. There's no food digestion and all these other things in the way.
Okay.
So I started this fast it's also a spiritual fast. So the weight part is a bonus, because if you're not eating certain things, you're going to lose weight, you're going to lose inflammation, you're going to
Mm-hmm.
lose dead cells, parasites, all the things that people don't really want to talk about, but it's a real thing.
Yeah.
Yeast and mucus in the body. But I also was petitioning the Most High for some things in particular, because one, I wanted to reverse high blood pressure for good. I've done it
Mm.
before, but then it ends up coming back, because a lot of the food that we eat here in the US it causes a lot of inflammation. It has a lot of sugar, a
Mm.
lot of salt. It's not
Okay.
grown healthily. A lot of our fruits and vegetables have pesticides. And if you're not cleaning your fruit and veggies well and stuff like that, it makes you ill, right? On top
Yeah.
of that, we have our emotional stresses.
Oh.
So when you're not feeling good emotionally, it causes illness. People don't know that worry, stress, all of this stuff causes illness. So I wanted to let go of high blood pressure. My thyroid numbers had went up, meaning I was in hypo, so everything was slowing down. My metabolism, even though I was already plant-based,
Yeah.
I was still eating. Like I would have fried oyster mushrooms or bread or rice. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so I was like, I got to cut all of this stuff out. It was on my spirit to do this 120 and to continue writing my book about it while I was doing it. So I've
Okay.
been writing this book in the midst of doing the fast. I also have been petitioning the Most High for my mate, because it took me a while. I've been divorced for 20 years, and I have
Uh-huh.
dated a few people, but I haven't said, okay, I'm ready to settle down. I kind of was running away from marriage, running
Yeah.
away from that. And so now I'm ready. And so I asked God that he be standing there at the end of this journey. Today is day 110 for me. I only have 10 days left.
Okay.
Um, so it's been a beautiful journey of letting go of a lot of stuff. Like I said, physically letting go of a lot. I've lost about 40 pounds. I haven't weighed myself in about 10 days, but the last time I weighed myself, I had lost 40 pounds
That's
in 100
good.
days. Yeah, it's been good. And like I said, the weight is the bonus part.
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot of healing modalities, because in the book, every day is going to represent a healing modality and a herb that goes well with that healing modality that heals the body. So I'm very, very excited for people to read it and really be blessed by it.
Well, I'm looking forward to it because, of course, the last time we talked, we got into some things, especially with the loss of my mother, which has been
Yes.
still not even 560 days yet.
I
So,
saw that
um,
yesterday.
yeah, and it's just like it's definitely a journey. And of course,
Yes.
dealing with health and things like that because I once had fibroids and then as a result
Uh-huh.
of that I had to have a full hysterectomy and things like that. So when I
Mm-hmm.
saw Sergey doing her thing, I said, "How I wish I was in Atlanta because
I
that would have been
know.
really good for me." But I did make sure to share because there are a lot of ladies all over the place that are dealing with that and we don't know that there could possibly be a way to avoid hysterectomy due to fibroids and things like that, so
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could have
Yeah,
been a
so
part.
I saw that yesterday about your mom, and I think I was going through a lot of grief and have been grieving. My auntie's passing, who was like a mother to me. So I totally understand losing someone that you love, who has raised you and loved on you and cared for you. And been, it's a mom, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So nobody can tell you how long to grieve.
Yeah.
You take as much time as you need to. And remembering that she would want you to live your best life, she would want you to be happy, she would want you to, you're her legacy,
Yeah.
so I know that she's proud of everything that you're doing. She's just keep going, cry, kick, scream when you need to, but
Yes.
also give yourself grace because you deserve grace, like take as much time. And people are quick to be like, you still upset, or how
Okay.
long has it been? And it's like, nobody can tell you how long to grieve someone you love so dearly. So
Yeah.
don't even worry about that part. Do what you need to do to make yourself feel better. I found myself comforting myself a lot after my aunt passed, which was the eating, whatever I wanted to make me feel better. Of course, I don't eat meat, but still you can be an unhealthy vegetarian, vegan, or plant-based.
Yes.
People feel like, oh, just because you don't eat meat, that's a good thing, because of the carcinogens and the parasites and stuff like that in meat. But you can also have parasites on fruits and vegetables. It's like,
Yes.
so you still have to take care of yourself. And I was making myself feel better by the way that I was eating. So
Mm-hmm.
just when I started feeling like I need to do a fast of some sort, I need to clean out all this stuff, because right after she passed, it was Thanksgiving, it was
Mm.
Christmas, it was New Year's, and all this
Yeah.
stuff. So I actually started the fast April 1st, and my birthday was in April. So I had to
Mm-hmm.
go through my birthday celebration just eating fruit, which was fine. My friend Braylee bought me a 4-tier watermelon cake. It was made out of watermelon. It had fruit on the
Yeah.
side. It was gorgeous. So I was able to still stay within that. I haven't had any alcohol because I noticed I would still be having shots and,
Okay.
doing stuff, with my family afterwards. And it was like, enough is enough. It's time
Yeah.
to cleanse. It's time to get in touch with myself again. It's time to feel good. It's time to let go of any extra weight. And that is not just
Yes.
physical weight, that is emotional weight.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was able to really just let that go. So yes, the grief is very, very tough.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but just give yourself grace. Give yourself what you need to get through. And if you do have to comfort yourself, don't be hard on yourself, is another
Yeah.
thing I would say, because grief is not easy. You know what I'm saying? It is not easy at all. It's very hard. So be able to walk through that process is tough. So just be kind to yourself, whatever that means for you as far as comfort is concerned. As long as it's not detrimental to your mind or your body, do what you need
Yeah.
to do to get yourself through. But then again, acknowledge the fact that this is what my mom would want. This is what she would want to see. And just live. I'm sure that is the greatest gift you could give her. It's just to live a great life, be joyful. As far as
Yeah.
the fibroids are concerned, yes, I had fibroids. I lost my womb. I had 3 surgeries where I got cut hip to hip. And
Mm.
I lost, initially, I had fibroid tumors so big that they were pushing my organs out of the way. So one set on my right kidney, my left kidney had to overcompensate. So they showed me on an MRI, my right kidney had gotten
Uh-huh.
smaller and my left one had gotten bigger. And I was dying. It
Mm.
was the worst journey. The doctor was like, "You the sickest patient I ever had." And he was like 90. And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" He was like, "Yeah, you're probably gonna lose kidney function and we're gonna have to rush you into emergency surgery, and then you're gonna die on the table because of your thyroid being overactive. You won't
Jeez.
survive." And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm not taking man's word. I'm taking the
Yeah.
Most High's word. So I ended up having a surgery to remove the fibroids. It was so big that she almost cut me in an anchor
Oh
because
my
it had gotten
God.
so big that it wouldn't come out. And it was an angel. It was Dr. Whitmore from Married to Medicine that did my
Yeah.
first 2 surgeries. She
Love
she was
her.
my, yeah. It was a nurse in there with her that was like, "Look at her, she's too young. Don't cut her hip to hip, cut her in an anchor."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Girl, do you see the size of this thing? I can't get it out." And right then it just slipped out. I had 7 total, but the one that was killing me was so big. So I
Yeah.
totally am going, even though I don't have a womb, I'm going to support Chef Gay first and foremost. That's my dear
Yes.
friend. And I'm also going because just to support the women there, because I know what that journey is like, the bleeding, the pain, and all the things that come along with fibroids, the
Mhm.
emotional, um, taxing, you know, the
Absolutely.
taxing emotions that come along with that. And I always, there's this book, it's called You Can Heal Your Life by Louise L. Hay. And
Uh-huh.
in this book, she talks about how every dis-ease of the body has an emotional tie. And the
Hmm.
emotional tie for fibroids is one, holding on to a relationship that you've outgrown. Like you're
Wow.
past this emotionally, maturity wise, you're still hanging on though, because oh, I know this person, or I love this person, or we can make this work when you should have gone. The
Yeah.
second emotional tie to it is when you're creative and you're not being creative, when your creativity is stifled, that causes fibroids. So if you're a creative, working your gifts, even if that means after your 9 to 5, before you're able
Yes.
to leave your 9 to 5. Brayley Evans has a 501c3 called 9 to 5 to Wow, and I sit on the board of that, and they actually support people in leaving their 9 to 5 to chase their dreams. And that's something that we have to be able to do. And not necessarily your dream could be a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, follow that. Follow your bliss. At the end of the day, do what makes you happy, because in not doing it, not being creative, you make yourself literally sick.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. Like, just speaking with her in the past in regarding to leaving your 9 to 5 and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
For me, turning 43 August 1st, I'm like, I'm kind of late in the game doing what I love to do, which is interviewing and things like that, hosting.
Yes.
And I said, you know what? I want to live my life to the maximum capacity. So
Come
I
on.
want to veer into breaking that, chain for a 9 to 5 because my boys are older now. The firstborn will
Right.
be 24, the baby will be 17. I can do this.
Wow.
So it's detrimental to your health, your
That's
mental
right.
health,
Yes.
pleasing someone else, for their dream, because whoever you work for, it's their dream
Mm-hmm.
ultimately for whatever business they have going on. But it's
Absolutely.
also hard when you're going through loss, when you're going through day to day, you still have to show
Mm-hmm.
up to work for somebody else to help
That's
other
right.
people. And it's like,
Absolutely.
I love to help people, but I want to help people in this way.
Yes.
Help someone tell their story and things like that. So for sure, 100%. And
Yes.
my body has gone through it. So now we're going back through this weight loss journey thing,
Mm-hmm.
physical coming up. And it's like, what is the doctor going to say this time?
This
Because I was good last time,
time.
but,
Yeah.
losing 30 pounds for a year, bringing it back, it's like, girl,
It's
this is
okay.
not
First of
tea.
all,
So,
it's just weight. It can be lost.
yeah,
Don't stress yourself over weight, because you know what to do to get it off. Take your time.
yeah,
That's been the beautiful thing about this journey, is really walking it out. It's one thing to tell people because you've been through the journey, which is the best way. It's hard to trust people when they haven't been through anything and they're trying to advise you.
yeah,
But just walking through this, and usually that's how I do it, the natural way. I work out, I change the way that I eat, but this wasn't about that this time. The weight just came off as a bonus. Like I said, it's going to come off.
yeah,
80% of losing weight is diet. People think it's exercise. You can go to the gym every day, all day. If you still eating junk, you're not going to drop a lot of weight,
yeah,
because you have to change what you're putting inside the body, what you're putting on the body. The skin is the biggest organ. So I'm very particular about what I put on my body. So we just have to be careful in how we move. No judgment. Just take your time. Don't
yeah.
make promises to yourself you're not going to keep. A lot of people say, I'm going to start Monday, and Monday never comes. You start
Right,
losing
right.
confidence in yourself and not believing your own word, because every time you say you're going to do something, you're not keeping your word to yourself.
Yeah,
Um, so it's a beautiful thing when you can keep your word to yourself and really start on a regimen that's going to be best for you. And I think it's good to also taper off of certain things, like if you're a soda drinker. Okay, I drink
yeah.
sodas twice a day, 3 times a day. Okay, well, I'm only going to drink sodas once a day, and then once every other day, and then once every 3 days, and once
Mm-hmm.
every 4 days, until you're not drinking sodas anymore. You know what I'm saying? So you have to find a way to slowly baby step yourself, baby step your way into better health. So whatever that means for you, that's what you have to do. It's important. I think it's important for us to keep our word to ourselves, cleaning your environment. Now, if
Yes.
you have a house full of junk food and you say you're gonna start eating healthy, 9 times out of 10, when you get hungry, you're gonna grab something that's easy, something that's
Yes.
delicious, something that's unhealthy. So the first thing I do is try to clean my environment and take toxic things out of the environment so that I don't slip up. But
Yeah.
my biggest drive, when people always say, how can you go 40 days and just drink water? Or how can you go 120 days and only eat fruit? It's because once I make a commitment to the Most High and I make him a promise, I can't break it because he's never broke his promises to me.
Yes.
And so when I get low on, the discipline part and the consistency part, and I feel like, oh, I just want something warm, I want to eat something cooked, I'll be like, you
Yes.
can't break your word to the Most High. And so that's how I get through it. You have to find your why. You know what I'm saying? I want to be here for my kids and my grandkids. I have 5 grandkids, and I don't want them to have to push me around, take care of
Oh
me.
yeah.
I want to be mobile. I want to still race with them. I run with my grandson around our neighborhood. He trains me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I go to the gym with my daughter who's 32. We go to the gym multiple times a week together, and I can hang. She laughs at me, actually. She
Okay.
will she actually laughs at me, and thank you, Aisha. I love you, Sissy. She will actually laugh at me because she's like, you cycling too fast. Like, she'll just watch me and just crack up. And I have a beautiful goddaughter. I call her Ja. Her name is Janila. And I want to be healthy and I want to be fit to be with my kids and grandkids. I don't want them to have to, push me or
Yeah.
hold me up or any of that. So I do it not only for myself, I do it for my family because I love them and I want to be here and I want to be strong, with
Yes.
them. So I take care of myself, not just for myself, but for them. And as like, just because the Most High gave me this vessel and I'm going to honor it. I'm
Yeah.
going to take care of myself. So that's why I do what I do. And I try to live it, like I said, so that the people around me will see that it works. It's one thing to tell everybody, you ought not eat meat or you shouldn't do
Right.
this or you should. People
Right.
so good at pointing a finger and judging. And it's like, I'm not going to tell you what not to eat. I'm not going to judge you for eating. If you see me and you say, well, dang, you look great. Sis, you look great, friend. You look great. My
Yeah.
grandkids call me mama. Then it makes you want to do the same thing. It's like, well, I want to eat like you. I want to go work out like you. And during this fast, I did a lot of hot yoga because I didn't want to put too much strain doing weights and stuff on the body while I was
Uh-huh.
doing just fruit. But the last week, I incorporated weight training so I can also build muscle. So I can also take care of, making myself, yeah, I want to be toned. You can lose a lot of weight fast and then it's like, you all right, sis? You see it.
Exactly.
So I've been trying to incorporate that now, and I've been doing some cycling and some other things. But most of all, just keeping my word to the Most High because I know He's going to keep His word to me. I asked for my mate. I know He's going to give him to me. I asked for my diseases, the high blood pressure and the thyroid issue to be reversed. I know He's
Yes.
going to do that for me. I cannot wait to share all the stories and all the testimonials of what has happened to me in this, like, within this fast. It's been some miraculous things, and He's already answered some prayers for me, and I can't wait to share it. So the book 120 will be coming out. I'm shooting for January because that's
Okay.
when everybody starts their new year fast and Daniel's fast and first fruits and all the things. And I want to be there to help them walk them through, to help and walk them through the fasting and healing process with herbs. And I've been in the herbs since I was 19. I'm 52. So I know
Okay.
all of the herbs to heal certain parts of the body. So I'm sharing all of that in this book. I'm very, very excited about it.
Well, we're all excited, and I'm always looking
Thank
for a
you,
way
bud.
to enhance myself. And I'm always, as we get older, you definitely want to get more in tune and in touch with the things out there, the holistic things, the natural things, and not so
Yes,
much as the boxed and, machine
absolutely.
type things
Yes,
that these factories are putting together. So you definitely want to take heed to that. So going to the gym, resetting your mind state, and really keeping yourself surrounded by peace and serenity is a huge part of your transformation. So how
absolutely.
easy or hard has the journey been? Because of course we're still flesh, we're still human, and like you
Yes,
said, once you make your mind up about something, it's a go.
it's
So
done.
would you say that it's kind of been in between because you have a really strong mind, first of all? So
Yeah.
just coasting into everything, has it been, like I said, more in the middle or leaning more toward the easy?
It's been, I would say, anytime we fast, and you guys, you know this if you fast, but if you don't, you'll find out. The third and the fourth day is the hardest,
Ooh,
right? When it
yes.
comes to not eating anything or just eating fruit when you used to eat whatever you want and you fill up, we're not
All the
even supposed
time.
to eat that often. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Western culture has us messed up because we're not supposed to eat three whole big meals a day with all these snacks in between. The body doesn't have time to digest for the most part because we're putting
Yes.
so much heavy food into it. But when you go from that to nothing and just water or go dry fast, I've dry fasted too. You when you go from doing that 3 days in, you be like, I can't. For the
I'm a
most part, I
quit.
try.
I swear I'm a quit. Yeah.
Period. I try to schedule my fast around my I try to schedule my fast so that the third or fourth day I can rest. The first
Mm-hmm.
week for the most part I can work from home. If I need to take a power nap, I can do that because that third or fourth day will beat you up, right?
Yes.
So I definitely would say the third or fourth day was the hardest as always.
Yeah.
I think about maybe close to halfway, I started craving something warm. I don't know
Yeah.
if it was a rainy day, it was kind of cool out. I was like, I want some soup. I want some
And you had to
listen, I
say,
want something cooked. I was getting agitated a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I really want something cooked. But after I get through that part, I'll eat something. And then
Hmm.
I'm satisfied. So it kind of takes that, that little tension away.
Yeah.
And then I surround myself with people who are going to be supportive.
Yes.
Ain't nobody eating in your face. Nobody's telling you to jump off the fat. Well, girl, it's just this. Just eat that. I don't have those type of people around me. I have people that are, if they don't join in with me, like Brayley joined in with me for 10 days. I have another new friend of mine who's joined in for half of the fast and
Yeah.
doing remarkable. I have another friend who's doing it, and four other friends have joined them. So it's like it's spreading, like
I'll
wildfire.
join.
My supporters, come on,
I
my
will join,
supporters.
honey.
I love it because the people that support me, I hate saying followers. My supporters
Yeah.
on IG, on Facebook, on Twitter, everybody, they jump in with me on this stuff. Like, and
Yes.
just do what they can do. If it's just 3 days to support, 3 days to pray with me, 3 days of meditation, 7 days, 5 days, six, whatever. Like, I'm always grateful for the support, but the support system helps you to get through.
Yeah.
Because when you kind of get weary a little bit, you got somebody else who's like, oh, girl, I just ate this today and this, it was so good. I had dragon fruit, I had pineapples, I had this. And you like, oh, I haven't had that in a while. I'm going to go get that and switch it up.
Right.
And then halfway, not even halfway, it was around my birthday was when I had my first salad. So that was like a month in. And then I kind of will incorporate salads a few times a week. So I have raw vegetables. I make juice. My grandson made me some watermelon,
Ooh.
celery. It was watermelon, celery, cilantro, parsley, and lime, key lime. It was a lot of stuff in a juice. And so on Mondays now, what I'm going to continue going forward, now that my lifestyle has completely changed,
Yeah.
I'm going to do Mondays. It's called Nothing by Mouth. NBM
Okay.
Monday. No, I switched it. I'm sorry. No food Mondays. So it's
Okay.
NFM. I don't eat any food. I'll either dry fast, water fast, or juice fast, but I don't eat anything from now on once a week. And
Okay.
then Tuesday through Friday, I'm raw vegan, nothing cooked. And then Saturday and Sunday, I'll eat cooked food. It's because I feel so good. I have so
That's
much
good.
energy, no
Mm.
more heart palpitations. My blood pressure is phenomenal. Everything's feeling so good. It's like, why would you do a fast just to go back to do the same, put the same
Absolutely.
parasites, the same
Yes.
fat, the same that, the same damaged cells are building up in the
Yeah.
body. You know what I'm saying? Why would you go through all of that, getting rid of yeast and mucus to put it right back in? So
Mm.
my life is forever changed through this fast. Not that like I said, I've been fasting my whole life, eating well, off and on, but I would have my bouts with food where I would just eat what I wanted, then gain weight and then try to, lose it. And I was like, that's it. Like, I'm
Yeah,
forever
enough is
changed.
enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so I am extremely proud of myself. I can say that, because this is not easy. Everybody can't do it. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
so I'm very, very proud of myself because I love myself now. I grew up not loving myself, not thinking I was intelligent or smart enough, pretty,
Mm-hmm.
none of that. Like, I hated myself.
Mm.
I felt like I was a curse. I grew up being told I was a mistake. And so who I am today, I am so proud of her. I wouldn't change anything. All the bad decisions, so to speak, or mistakes, we call it mistakes, have made me who I am. I don't regret anything. And I would do it all over again because the amount of people that my life has affected through that, is a blessing. So it ain't just about me. It's about every life I've touched along this journey and how many lives I will continue to touch until I transition or ascend up out of here. So I
Okay.
am living not just for myself, not just for my family, not just for my friends, but everybody who is able to watch.
Absolutely. I'll tease on
Absolutely,
that,
yeah.
honey.
Thank you,
So,
honey.
of course, I love you, girl.
I love you
So,
too.
you were recently on Tori Hart's podcast, Brutally Honest. We're going to
I
change it up a little bit.
was.
How raw would you say you were about your life and uncovering some things? Because, like I said, we talked some months ago, and it was
Yes.
still pretty light and breezy. But how raw do you think that you came? Because you are definitely an inspiration to me, like in all
Oh,
sense of the
thank you.
word. So, do you feel like you held back, or you was just like, you know what, this is this, that ain't that, and
No, first of all, this was before I started my fast,
yeah,
and we were having some Don Julio reposado. If anybody knows Tori Hart, they know. I was watching me and my business partner, we had a sleepover
uh-huh.
last night because we had to do so much content yesterday with her amazing husband. Um, but we were watching Think Like a Man too.
Yeah, I
And
was
I was
watching that
watching.
recently too.
You were,
I
and do you
love
remember
it.
that
I love
scene
it.
when Kevin Hart, they were in Vegas and he had got that huge room and he was dancing so hard
Woo!
in his
Yes.
shirt and his underwear and stuff? I just could see Tori, like, that's her energy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I was like, she's a firecracker. And so her energy excites you, and she's real and she's raw and she's funny. And so I knew I had to bring it with her, like, no
Yeah.
holds barred. Every podcast is different. You
Yes.
bring the energy because the Bible talks about the spirit is subject to the authority. So
Uh-huh.
whatever that authority, that energy is usually how it is cast. It's healing, it's exciting,
Yeah.
it's fun. It's everything is everybody's different. And
Yeah.
so this was my opportunity to bring that, to meet that energy. And Tori's a firecracker. Like, she don't care. Like, she gonna ask whatever, say whatever. Because we
I
were
want to be
actually
like that
talking
so
about,
bad.
I
I
mean,
do it
you
off
know
camera
what?
though.
That's what I was about to say. We all have it in us. Just
Yeah.
some of us are more reserved than others. Some of us, she even when we were shooting the show, we did Atlanta Exits together. She was like a firecracker. She like, bring it, like she
Okay.
was always talking about bring the energy, and so that's how she lives. So
Yeah.
that's what's gonna override her thing. She's a comedian.
Yeah.
So of course it's going to have a comedic side to it. And so we were backstage talking about me being on these pellets because I think she was getting hot. She was like, I don't know what's going on. I'm getting older. Maybe I'm premenopause. I was like, oh, girl, I've been in menopause since I was in my 30s. Because
And I'm
my,
Perry, so for the last 10 years,
uh,
girl, I'm so hot right now. I'm
and
burning
so
up.
I was telling her about the pellets and how, what it does, how it makes you clear and how it gives you, it helps with your memory, it helps with your muscle tone, it helps with if you have vaginal dryness,
Hmm.
which is a symptom of that, hot flashes, and if you have a low libido. And
Hmm.
so when we came on camera, she was like, so tell me about, I was like, oh, sis, all right, you know what I'm saying? Let's keep it 100. So we talked
Yeah.
about it, like how masturbation comes into play, because if you don't have a partner, you know
Right.
what I'm saying? You got to satisfy yourself. And so we
Right.
talked about it all. And so, yeah, it's like I'm a human being who has lived, I'm a spiritual person having a human experience who has lived through some stuff,
Yeah.
right? And so I don't have any shame. I wrote a book about my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a self book. Okay, sorry, my daughter was FaceTiming me.
That's okay.
Um, so yes, I wrote a book telling my story. So there's no shame. It's like I don't mind talking about whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so we were talking about it all. I love Tori. And so I wanted to bring it because I knew that's the type of podcast she had. She is asking the questions. I'm not gonna just sit there. I was like, let's go, sis.
Right. I tell you whatever you want to know.
So
What's
yeah,
tea, you know? Yeah.
exactly. So we had a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Yeah.
I've been watching some of her tapings, and when I say that's really who I am out loud, I try to be
I
reserved
love
and
it.
marketable and things like that. But baby, I really like. I'm gonna So me and a couple co-hosts that I've selected will be a part of my spinoff, which is Tea with Teash podcast presents
Nice.
Girl Talk, and that's going to be later this year. So we got to get into it all because, honey, it's a lot of
Okay.
here that I'm like I want to put out there. But I said on Tea
Yes.
with Teash, we have to do entertainers, small business
Mm-hmm.
owners, creators,
Mm-hmm.
things like that. Keep it cute, you know.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
Tori lets it hang out, and I
She
actually reached out
does.
to her. I said I would love to talk to her because
Oh,
she's just
good.
that good at what she does. And I saw the interview with her and Brayley and a few others, and
Yes.
I was like, you know what? You have got to be all the way live with her. You've got to be a
Yes.
100,000.
Period.
And I love
Yes.
it. And people need that platform to really be able to be themselves and not ridiculed. And you can
Absolutely.
tell your tea and kind of be done with it. But I
Mm-hmm.
definitely love her show. Now, get into something else really quick. So you're trying to get into acting, I see.
Not
So
trying,
you
baby. I'm an actor
Oh,
already.
okay. Okay, excuse me. Because I
No, because
said you
you
were
know what?
at
If
the
I say,
workshop. So
if
what takeaways did you get with Brayley and Dennis?
okay, so if I were to say, yes, I'm trying to act, Brayley would have my head, her and Dennis.
And I don't even want to ask you
Because
that because then she'll be like, "What'd you say?" So okay, acting.
yes,
We're
because
getting into
they
it.
they make you say it in class. They'll ask you, tell us who you are and what you do, right? And
Yeah,
a lot of us might be like, oh, because I did it. I was like, oh, I'm Christina Johnson. I'm an interior designer. I'm this, I'm that. You're an actor.
yeah.
Period.
Period.
I've done independent film too, and I started acting years ago, and then I stopped because I have my hands in so many things. So I was
Yes.
doing interior design. I still do full time. That's my bread and butter. And so recently, I just felt like do it all. I always say that I'm going back to God empty. I'm going to use all the gifts that I have, and I'm going to go back to Him empty. So I started acting again. And so today or tomorrow, I have to do a self tape.
Okay.
I'm auditioning again. I'm having fun with it. I'm not putting too much pressure on myself. I
Yeah.
think my hardest challenge with acting is getting out of my own head
Uh huh.
because you're trying to think about like how to be, who to be. You just bring yourself to that character and be that person, right?
Yeah.
And so sometimes I'll think too much. I overthink,
Me
which I'm
too.
working on. But acting is fun. It allows you to be somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And when I did the acting camp, it actually was a gift from Brayley for my birthday. They just happened to be having the camp in Dallas. I just happened to be in Dallas because me and my business partner, Sophia, we have an interior design company called Design My Investment, and we
Hmm.
were we did a restaurant in Nouveau. We designed one and it was having its grand opening. It's called Nouveau Noir, you guys,
Oh, I
in
bet it looks
Dallas.
nice. You're
It's
so good at
beautiful.
designing.
Thank you. It is so gorgeous. So if you're in Dallas, please go check it out and support them because the owner, her brother, everybody is so amazing. And the food is great, the music, the energy, and the decor. So go
Okay.
check it out. But we happened to be in
See.
Dallas at the same time. I stayed at my baby mama's house, Aisha. Her and Joe, her husband, they have my goddaughter. And so we stayed there, had a big sleepover. My sister Michelle flew in. Shell, that's who my first book is dedicated to. And my friend and business partner Falia flew in for it.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend Christy flew in. I mean, and Braylee was there, and I went to the class and enjoyed myself,
That's
you guys. What
good.
I love about how Braylee and Dennis have come together, being actors themselves, one, so they have all the experience, all the insight. But in their classes, they tell you what you don't get in regular classes. Because I study under some amazing people. I've studied under Nick Conti and Buckhead. I've studied under Dwayne Boyd, who's
Mm-hmm.
amazing. I studied under him for a long time. And I'm going back to his classes too, because he's here. But the Act Like You Know is bomb. Like they do an amazing job at telling you all the industry stuff that you should know when coming in, but people don't tell you.
Of
So you
course
can be
not.
like a deer caught in headlights when you coming on these
Yes.
sets. But with them, I feel prepared. They also have a camp that we're a part of. It's here on Instagram. You can join the camp. It's either $300 a year or $30 a month. And you get to come in and ask any questions. They'll post auditions in there for you that you can be a part of, cast that you can be a part of. They have a celebrity every first Monday of the month that comes and talks to us and answers any questions,
Amazing.
concerns we may have. It's so good, Teach. You should come. Like I feel like
Girl.
anybody who does public speaking, like us, we're motivators who host.
Yeah.
These acting classes is what got me out of my fear of public speaking. And I'm still
Oh.
fearful. I still get nervous. But back in the day, I used to be horrible. I used to be holding the mic with two hands because it would be shaking. But I wanted to get the message out. So it's like, do it scared.
Yeah.
But when you're sitting on these stages acting out, especially when you're doing, Dwayne does a lot of improv and you on
Uh-huh.
the spot. You got to think of stuff on the spot. You standing in front of all these people in your class and you got to come up with all these things and act crazy and be weird if you
Ooh.
need to.
Yeah.
That takes you out of fear a lot.
I
So
bet.
even if you're not an actor, I think being in acting classes helps you with your motivation, with your speaking, with your hosting. It's definitely helped me. So I absolutely love the camp. You guys can go to BrayleeEvans.com, BrayleeEvans.com to sign up for either the class when it's coming to your city or the camp, which you'll be in the DMs. Like I said, we talk every day. You can have your coaches right there, and then you have a team of people who are in the camp with you, and they share a lot of their secrets. And so by doing that, it really helps you. You have the camaraderie, you have support, and you
Yeah.
have coaches that are one-on-one with you. If need be, you can even take one-on-one classes with them. So it's a lot. It's really, really good.
That's amazing. For those that may want to, are more aspiring to act, definitely
Hmm.
check out Brayley and her classes and things like that with Dennis L.A. White. Because when I
Yes,
talked to her some
absolutely.
months back, we definitely shedded a lot of light on that because there's a lot of people that want to act and do things and be more mainstream. And sometimes you need that help, you need that support. And it's okay to say, hey, I need help. Where can
That's
I tighten
right.
up? Where can I strengthen and things like that? So
Absolutely.
definitely tap in with Brayley Evans because she is
Yes. And Dennis,
amazing.
yes.
And
They're
I
amazing.
can't wait to see you on some screens, honey, so I can say,
I
that's sis, baby, because we gives our teas out here, and I know you are going to
period.
kill it, kill it.
Okay, I
So
am. I can't
before,
wait. I get so scared of it to where I'm like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it anyway because
push
anything
yourself
that scares
into it.
you, if it scares you that much, baby, it's something good there. Like
Yes,
tap in, tap
I
all the way
love it.
in. Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
So before we close it all down and I ask you what are some fun facts about Christina that people want to know. I know they want to know. A real fun fact real quick about my relationship with Christina is I used to watch her on Hollywood X's years ago, and it was something about you that gravitated so well to me. It was like
No.
your aura, your personality, what you stood for, the fact that I had already seen some form of peace about you. It was everything that I
Oh,
aspired
thank
to
you,
be in that
honey.
time because, of course, I was a little younger then, but I was like, oh
Oh,
my God, I love her. And just
I
to know
love
that this is
that.
my second time on screen with you, I'm jumping out of this. You can't tell, but I said, "Oh my God, this is not real." And
Oh, I
I've
love you, honey.
always loved. Every time I saw you on screen, I was like, "Oh, what if I could meet her one day?" Oh my God!
Oh, that's
And
so
to see that
sweet,
we're here,
T.
it feels like an actual relationship. It feels normal. It feels
That's
not
right.
pushed. It just,
Come on. I
I was
love
like,
that. I love that so much. Thank you.
"Of
I'm like,
course,
don't tear real quick. No, I love that because I want to be relatable. I want to be touchable. Some
yes,
people feel like they can't reach out. They can't. But some of the closest people that I've met and befriended, and now they're my family, such as a Aisha, who I call my baby mama, who now I'm her mom, her daughter's
yes."
godmother. She calls me Gotti, by the way. I met her through DMs on Instagram, and I had a retreat, and she came to the retreat, surprised me. I was so happy to meet her in person, and her husband had gotten her a flight back. They thought it ended. I think he surprised her. He thought it ended on Monday.
Yeah.
She was like, I was leaving the airport. I'm on such a high, and I was like, no, you're gonna come
Okay.
home with me.
Yeah.
I'm not about to let you sleep in the airport. And so after the retreat was over, she came to my house, wouldn't sit down, made me the best guacamole I ever had in my life, and now I make it because of her. And every time I go to Dallas, I'm like, friend, she already
Okay.
knows.
Yeah.
But she's my family, period.
Yeah.
You have people that become friends, that become family, and
Yeah.
social media and television has afforded me to have an extended family outside of the family that I grew up with. My family that I was born into.
Yeah.
Friends are the family that you choose. And that's what's so
Yes.
beautiful. You get to choose your friends as your family. And
Yeah.
so I'm so elated, so excited about the fact that people have felt like they could reach out to me. We could hang out. We could be friends. We could, you know what I'm saying? Like they could tell me their deepest, darkest.
Yeah.
Because you're one of my soulmates. Absolutely. I love you to life too, Aisha. And it's like, they can trust me with it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because I'm not going to bring hurt or harm to you, never intentionally. Because people don't understand that when we hurt people intentionally, you're doing it to yourself. And not that you're doing it, you've
Absolutely.
already done it to yourself. So it's like,
Mm.
it wouldn't behoove me to be nasty to anybody because I would just be hurting me.
Yeah.
And I just love genuinely. So thank you for that. And
Of
I was
course.
so happy that my spirit was able to come through the screen in that way because all I heard after that was, "Oh, Christy, you have a beautiful spirit or you have a
Yeah.
beautiful soul. You my big sister in my head. You my best
Yes.
friend in my head." That's all I kept hearing. And I thought, oh my God, because I was so nervous about how it was going to come across. And I remember everybody at VH1 was like, don't look at the blogs, and all this stuff. And I was set up for it to be just the worst. I had done television before. My oldest daughter was on my Super Sweet 16 back in the day.
Yeah.
That was, y'all, that was 20 years ago.
I used to be
And
big on that show.
girl, she was the season finale of the very first season, and people were really, really mean about, saying mean things and stuff. So I was prepped and ready. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I already know it's gonna be some stuff. So I laid low, honestly, for like 2 weeks. I didn't come out my room just to like get some food. And I
Right.
remember an old friend back then was like, "Why? What are you doing? Like, why are you hiding out?" And I was
Right.
like, "I just don't know how it's gonna look and what
Because it
people are
is
gonna
what it
say and what they're gonna."
is.
Right? She was like, "Girl, if you don't get out there and see how much people love you, like." Now they get to see what we loved why we loved you so why
Yeah.
we love you so much and why, you know what I'm saying, we honor the
Yeah.
friendship. And so it's just been a beautiful thing. I know that that show needed to happen for me to be able to gain this platform, to be able to share so many things that I've been through, whether it's domestic violence, growing up in a violent household,
Yeah.
seeing gun, a rifle cocked to my mom's head, whether it was, me going through illnesses with Graves' disease, high blood pressure and all these things, the
Mm.
fibroid tumors, which all that's connected, you guys. Your thyroid is connected to your womb. So all of
Mm.
this stuff kind of bleeds in together, me almost losing my life. I am so glad that I've been able to have this platform, such a huge platform, to be able to share these things. And that's what I was telling my goddaughter this morning. I said, I don't know, I've been shadow banned on Instagram for a long time. They won't let my following grow, but my viewership has always been close to 1 million or over 1 million. Right now, it's like 900,000,
And it's
views and
deserving.
impressions. But it's my ministry.
Yeah.
My home was my first ministry because, raising your children, your friends, your family, people who get to really know you, that you can text my
Mm-hmm.
phone and call me. That's my first ministry. That's
Yeah.
who I pour my heart and soul out to. So to go from that to being able to share it with 900,000 people, you know what I'm saying?
That's
People
crazy.
have gotten so turned. People are so numb to social media. They'll be like, I only got 100 likes. Have you ever
Right.
stood in front of 100 people in a room and spoke? It is not a
Yes.
game. Oh, I only got 1,000 likes. Would you like to stand on stage in front of 1,000 people and talk about whatever? Like, 1,000 people, 100 people is a lot.
It
You know
is.
what I'm saying? To have over 900,000 people that come to your page and give a damn about what you got to say is
Period.
phenomenal. And so
Mm-hmm.
I am blessed beyond measure for people that are just like you, Teach, who has seen me on television, who has felt something that has blessed them enough to say, I want some of that, whatever that
Yeah.
is. You know what I mean? I need that. And it's the most high. That's what I lead with. God gets all the glory. You know what I mean? I'm his daughter. I'm trying to live as an example of his love, his forgiveness, his loving kindness.
Yeah.
I'm his daughter for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I am trying to be a representative of the most high because that's who I do all of this for. It's him, then it's me, because I know if I'm not good, nobody else is going to be good in my
Absolutely.
circle because I'm not going to be able to pour into them in any way. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? If I'm depleted. And
Mm.
so he is my reservoir. He never runs dry. It's him first and then everything else. So anytime somebody sees it, like, oh, you're more beautiful in person. People love to say that. You're
Right.
prettier in person, and it's the God in me, yo. That is what you feel. I can't even take credit for it. You know what I'm saying? Like all the stuff we do to look good and all the things. Like on this fast, I was like, no nails, no lashes,
Yeah.
no, I had braids. I've been thugging it out. It was just I knew I was doing your podcast this weekend. I have another podcast I'm doing today, an in-person podcast. I have an event with your gay tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I have
I
stuff
love
coming up,
it.
a couple of more podcasts that I'm doing next week. And so I have, I was thugging it out, but like I know how to go get myself together. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But that outside is just a shell. All the
Yeah.
stuff fades. You know what I'm saying? It gets, oh, you're going to possibly, I feel like aging is also a disease. When you don't take care of yourself, you age fast.
And
You
that's
know what I'm
true.
saying? So it really is a thing. So like taking care of yourself emotionally, spiritually, physically, even financially, all this stuff goes hand in hand. It's like, so I know how to put it on, but I
Yeah.
don't mind getting down and dirty and gritty and, you know what I'm saying, getting my hands
Absolutely.
dirty. And so, yes, this is the thing. I want to be an example of the beauty inside first that shines on the outside. And a lot of times, that's why when people say that you look pretty in person, I always think it's because of your spirit. You know
And
what I'm
that's
saying? You
it.
can sense it through TV, you can sense it through social media, but to be in the same proximity of it, you know what I'm saying? That God energy is a real thing. And I used to shy away from feeling like I could say that, but I don't have no shame. I know I'm dope.
Pretty much.
You know what I'm
Like you
saying? I
have to
know
know that and feel that in
because
order for
nobody else
everybody
is
else to
going to
get the
believe you.
memo.
Come on, tell them Teach, give them the tea,
Serious.
baby. Ain't that what this is? Give them the tea, baby. Put the sauce on it,
You know what
baby. Come
I'm saying?
through.
So
That's what it has to be that. And I want to I've raised my kids like that to believe, who you are. If I did anything that didn't work for you, baby, drop that. Leave it where it is.
yeah.
But if it's something that resonated, that did good by you, do it with your children when you build your own
Yes.
families. I'm a grandmother of 5. Okay. What I pour into my kids is being poured into my grandkids. What I'm here to
Uh-huh.
pour into my grandkids is going to pour into their friends and everybody that they come in contact with and who they ultimately grow up to be. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
missing any chance on sharing that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So at the end of the day, it is all for the Most High, friend. Thank you for saying that. And I'm so grateful that we connected and grateful that I blessed you in a positive way. I don't want to walk away from anybody and then feel discord. I want them to
Mm-hmm.
feel peace. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's been
Yeah.
some people that I've had to walk away from. So you catch me on that, then you might not get peace so much.
Absolutely.
You might get I will never forget how you made
Yeah.
me feel, what you did, and how you treated me. But
Mm-hmm.
other than that, it's like I want you to walk away and feel love and peace and joy because that is a choice and that's what I choose. That's the title of my book. You can go to
It is.
Amazon.com, you guys. You
Get
can click
it.
on the link in my bio, get my book, My Choice to Choose. It is my story, but it is a self-help book. It is walking you through my journey, and I do talk about it all. I talked about stuff on Tori. I used to be a stripper. I talk about that, and she called me. I used to say a polite thug. One on.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, my book talks about, the things that I've done and been through that I don't consider a mistake because if it was a
Yeah.
mistake, I wouldn't have grown from it. I wouldn't be strong because of it or powerful because of it. I wouldn't be who I am without that. So I don't mind talking about it at all. I
Yeah.
don't mind talking about it. So go get the book, My Choice to Choose, you guys. If you follow me on go to my website, ChristinaSJohnson.com. All my stuff is there. I have an accessory line. As you can see, I love
Cause she is
accessories.
not for the weak. Accessories are always rolling. Serious. Y'all gonna have to
Period.
clock it.
I have this
Literally
choker
clock
on
it.
there. Yeah, go get it. I got this ring from I think it's True Face by Grace. It's so beautiful. They have a dope accessory line too. It does not burn my candle out at all to light another one.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like my light burns brighter. So go to True Face by Grace. But my company is called Jamila Jahari. It's JAMEELA JAHARI.com. I have a page here on Instagram for Jamila. Follow me here. If you don't follow me, go to my page, see if anything resonates with
Mm-hmm.
you. And if it does, give me a follow. I would love to have you be part of my Instagram family, y'all. And I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. And just know I honor your heartbeat. So thank you for popping on with Teash. And thank you for popping on with me on here as her guest. Keep
For the
following her
second time. So
for the
y'all know.
second time,
Call
baby.
second time, honey. And I can text her if I'd like.
She can text me
They need to
directly.
know
So
that. Well, honey,
yeah, she
listen.
has my phone number. Yes. So
Cause
yes,
baby,
y'all
I
follow her.
listen. I live for what I put
Honey.
out here. I don't shake and fake for nobody. I really do live like this. So,
Period.
but definitely make sure that you guys tap in with Big Sis because she is such a light. She'll get you together. If it's your inner you're working on, if it's your outer, if it's your interior design, she got you. She is really a jack of all
Absolutely.
trades. So y'all need to get into it and in touch. Um,
Yes.
Baby, really quick, tell the people some fun facts about you so that they'll know what's going on, and then we're gonna let
Uh,
you get on out of here.
So if you were to ask my friends, they would probably say she's very funny because
Yeah.
a lot of people take me very seriously. They put me on a box and a pedestal that I don't ask or want to be on.
Yeah.
I'm very down to earth, love to laugh, love to, I use profanity a lot. I've been trying for years not to, but I've been cursing since the 6th grade. That's something people don't know about me. Fun fact. I am a foodie. I am a foodie. I love to eat. So please pray for me going forward with this new raw vegan diet I don't hate the word diet, new lifestyle that I'm on.
Yeah.
And what else is fun? Aisha, give me something. Comedy. I listen to gospel every morning. It's the way that I start my day. I sing
Yes.
loud. So if you ever in the same place with me, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, she cannot sing. But I'm gonna do it because praise is my weapon. The
Yes.
adversary thinks he knows us so well, y'all. He knows what your
Mm.
weaknesses are. He knows how to get to you. He knows how to make you upset. You got to know that devil better. As good as he knows you, you got to know him. He hates the sound of praise. And
Yeah.
so I started clapping. Me and my friends, we get overwhelmed. We started clapping, we started praising, and he flees. He can't stand it. I
Yes.
steps on his neck every day.
And
Okay.
you
And he
got
knows
to.
it.
You have to. That's the only way you're
Um,
gonna survive.
Yes, okay.
That's the only
Aisha
way.
said she loves trap music. Period, hands down, love trap. My favorite place to be is in the car with the top back, listening to trap
You
music
better.
and riding through the ATL streets. I also go to the
Yes.
one of the best gyms in the world, Effect Fitness here in Atlanta, and we work out to trap music.
Hmm.
And blue is my favorite
That
color.
was my mom's favorite color. So that's why every time I see your comments, I have
Oh,
to put a blue heart because it was something that's near and dear to me. And like I said, I knew that was your favorite color. So I make sure to put it out there however I can, just so you know that I
oh,
know.
okay, because girl, I love blue. It's such a beautiful spiritual color.
Yeah.
Some people say green is the highest spiritual color, but green is blue and yellow. Like,
Yeah.
so I love blue so much. That is my favorite color. Thank you, friend. I love to have fun. I just love life. I don't take it for granted. Every day that I'm
You
able to
can't these
smile and click
days.
my heels together, baby, I'm doing it. Yeah, you cannot.
Okay.
Love your people. Life is short. You know, nothing.
It's
I
so
hate
short.
citrus fruit.
Oh my
She said she
God.
hates citrus fruit. I don't. I'm not a big citrus. I'm not.
Hmm.
I had gotten sick for over a little over a week on this fast. I had a real bad cold, and I was
Oh my
craving oranges.
God.
My daughter was going to get me oranges by the bag, and I was just eating, eating, eating oranges. But usually, oranges, grapefruits, not my thing.
I can't
It's
do a
really not my
grapefruit to
thing.
save my life. Ugh.
Girl, it's hard. I don't know what that is.
Ugh.
And I used to love ruby red grapefruits, but I'll force myself because it helps with high blood pressure. Like
Uh-huh.
you will
Okay.
be able to get off the medication if you were eating those things every day.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm a foodie, but it's certain things, a few things I just will not eat. I will not eat. But yeah, thank you, Teach. I love you.
Well, we're gonna have to, girl, we're gonna have to key because Atlanta, the move to Atlanta is still on the table. So hopefully next year I'll
Okay.
be down there
Okay.
networking and running my magic. But honey,
Come on.
I'm trying to get on this big fast with you because it's more than just a lifestyle. It really helps with your mental state. And a lot of us are
Absolutely.
grieving, and a lot of us are, even if you're grieving a
Yes.
job that you worked hard for years and they let you go, you got laid off, whatever, you grieve a lot of different things in a lot of different ways. So definitely
Yes.
take care of your inner. That way your
That's
outer can
right.
shine real bright, honey, because it is
That's
a
right.
real thing.
It is a real thing. And I feel so good emotionally, spiritually, physically, even financially. I've been using every single day, morning and night. And I was doing this before the fast,
Yeah.
but you be so like zeroed in spiritually that I manifest from morning, like in the mornings before I get out the bed, manifestation
Mm.
and meditation, and then when I go to sleep at night. I never go to sleep without my visualization.
Yeah.
And so I've been visualizing, manifesting this whole entire fast. Girl, I can't wait to see everything that God is going to do for my sacrifice, not just
Mm.
for me, but everybody that's connected to me, because I've also
Yes.
been praying specific things for other people. It's not just about me. I want to see everybody around me win, period.
Yes. And that's the best way
Hmm.
to be, honey. And
It
on that
is.
note, I want to let sis go because, of course, she has a lot of other amazing things to do and a lot of other streets to tear up.
Girl,
So
you already
I
know.
want to thank
Trap
you
playing.
again.
Hair blowing in the wind. Got some new hair. Who this? I'm about to be
Okay.
out there in these ATL streets today. So thank you, Tish. I love you, honey.
Of course, honey. And everybody out there that's watching, always make sure that you keep enough room in your teacups for new tea. Until next time, bye.
Bye, baby love.